Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving into a crucial update on the Social Security Fairness Act legislation that's making waves, especially for people affected by the Windfall Elimination Provision, WEP, and the Government Pension Offset, GPO. These two rules have impacted the Social Security benefits of thousands who rely on pensions but are also eligible for Social Security income. If you're unfamiliar with WEP and GPO, don't worry. We'll break down what they mean and what the Social Security Fairness Act could change. But before we jump in, do me a favor. If you find this information valuable, hit the like button, and if you want more updates like this, consider subscribing to the channel. With that said, let's get started. The Social Security Fairness Act addresses two major provisions that currently reduce Social Security benefits for certain retirees, WEP, or the Windfall Elimination Provision, and GPO, the Government Pension Offset. Let's talk about WEP first. Imagine you're receiving a pension from a job where Social Security taxes weren't withheld, maybe from working for a state government or in certain types of nonprofit employment. Now, let's say you also worked in jobs where you did pay into Social Security. WEP reduces the Social Security benefits you're eligible for, based on what you earned in those Social Security covered jobs. For example, if you have an $800 pension from a non-Social Security covered job, WEP says that your Social Security benefits will be reduced by half of that amount. In this case, $400. So, even though you'd qualify for both a pension and Social Security benefits, your Social Security is cut to account for that pension. There's a cap on the WEP reduction amount, which adjusts each year. This cap limits how much Social Security benefits can be reduced, but it still impacts retirees who depend on both income sources. Now, moving on to the GPO. This provision affects those who receive a government pension from a job where they didn't pay Social Security taxes and who are eligible for spousal or survivor benefits under Social Security. Let's say you qualify for spousal Social Security benefits at $600 monthly but receive a pension of $900 from a government job. Under GPO, 2/3 of that $900 pension, or $600, would reduce your Social Security spousal benefit entirely. In this example, you'd receive no additional income from Social Security. This rule impacts families who depend on spousal benefits as a supplement, reducing the financial stability these benefits could provide. The idea behind WEP and GPO was to prevent people from receiving full benefits from both Social Security and a non-Social Security pension, which could create an imbalance. However, the system can seem punitive for those who depend on both sources to make ends meet. Many retirees and advocates argue that these provisions unfairly penalize those who've worked in roles that don't contribute to Social Security, especially public sector employees. Social Security Fairness Act, current status and update. Now that you know the basics of WEP and GPO, let's talk about the Social Security Fairness Act. This proposed legislation has gained strong bipartisan support, with over 300 representatives in Congress endorsing it. The Fairness Act aims to eliminate WEP and GPO, allowing affected retirees to receive full Social Security benefits without reductions due to their pension income. Last week, we saw some movement on this legislation. Initially, the Freedom Caucus introduced a pause on the Social Security Fairness Act spending provisions. However, this isn't a permanent halt, it's more like a temporary delay to reevaluate the fiscal implications. The cost to eliminate WEP and GPO is projected at around $196 billion, which raised concerns among budget-conscious legislators. Despite the pause, we expect the bill will move forward in the House for a vote soon, possibly as early as this week. What's next? If the House passes the bill, it will move to the Senate, where a 60-vote majority will be needed due to the procedural rules. The Senate currently has a Democratic majority, but some bipartisan support from Republicans will also be essential to secure passage. Should the bill reach the president's desk, we anticipate a strong likelihood that President Biden will sign it into law, given his focus on supporting retirees and working families. Implications and benefits of the Social Security Fairness Act. If passed, the Social Security Fairness Act would bring long-awaited relief to public sector retirees who are impacted by WEP and GPO. By removing these provisions, retirees with dual eligibility would receive the full Social Security benefits they've earned, without reductions due to their pensions. This change would positively impact retirees like teachers, firefighters, police officers, and other public servants who've worked in jobs outside the Social Security system. The retroactive application of this change could also be a game changer. If implemented, some retirees might receive back pay, compensating them for previously withheld benefits due to WEP or GPO. Although the details are still under discussion, the possibility of a retroactive adjustment makes this bill even more impactful for those who've already been affected by these provisions. For families, this act could mean enhanced financial security. Spouses, widows, and widowers impacted by GPO could see substantial increases in their benefits, helping them maintain stability. In states where public sector jobs don't pay into Social Security, the Fairness Act would help bridge income gaps for retired public sector workers. Challenges and potential opposition. Despite strong support, there are a few hurdles to overcome. First, the budget concerns raised by some members of Congress could delay or alter parts of the legislation. With a $196 billion price tag, some fiscal conservatives worry about the impact on the federal deficit. Additionally, while many Democrats and Republicans support the bill, the bipartisan nature of the support must hold steady through each stage of the process. The Freedom Caucus has indicated that they want to ensure any Social Security reform is financially sustainable. This means we could see discussions on alternative funding sources or adjustments to reduce the bill's cost. Final thoughts and what's next. In summary, the Social Security Fairness Act has the potential to make a historic impact on retirees across the country, especially those who have long felt the financial sting of WEP and GPO. With the upcoming vote in the House, this legislation could be one step closer to becoming law. If you're impacted by these provisions or know someone who is, now is the time to stay informed and engaged. Write to your local representatives, express your support, and stay connected to this channel for updates. Remember, this bill's journey is far from over, but with continued advocacy and bipartisan support, we could see the Social Security Fairness Act finally provide justice for those affected by WEP and GPO. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button, share it with others, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates on important changes that could impact your financial future. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.